Good afternoon. Today is the 19th of July and it's time for yet another very vague, not particularly interesting and probably quite boring vlog. So further to the number 100 very vague vlog that we did, we've had some progress to do with this Volvo 460. My lady wife has basically said to me that she doesn't really like it very much. She doesn't really feel that safe in it. I mean, it's a 32-year-old car with no airbags, and that it has to go. So that's what's happening. Question is, what exactly do I replace this car with? The answer is actually a little bit complicated, but something has appeared through the Volvo Owners Club, the Portsmouth section of which I'm a member. One of the other chaps is actually selling a car that I've known about for a little while. It's a car that's actually appeared in one of my videos already. We went to the Best Kept Volvo show at Braymore House near Fordingbridge back in June, and we will travel down just a few minutes away. It's not very far, and we will take a look. I won't be showing the registration number of the car in the video because he's currently got a private plate on it, so I don't think he wants me to show that. So we won't show that, but we will otherwise kind of have a look around the inside of it, and it's the specification that I would prefer in a car. It's much more modern than this one, so it's going to be fine for the Mayor of London's optional emission zones and the ones that all his friends around the country started to put up. It's actually a far more common car than this, and it's got a few more safety features which I think my lady wife will appreciate. One of the things she likes about the Sanion that we have is all the safety features, so that will be good. Oh, and yeah, it doesn't have a rattly dash. That's something that you know, this one this one definitely has, and it's just a characteristic of these cars. A lot of 440s and 460s have rattly dashes from relatively early on in their lives. I've spoken to some people who used to sell these back in the day, and that's just the way that it is. So it is a bit sad. This car is actually this week going to be technically 3 local shows in this area, and we'll just put a for sale sign on there and see if anybody wants it. If it's not gone by the time of Festival Beyond Exceptional, which, if you're watching this video and you're not one of the people on the top 2 to the channel membership, then Festival Exceptional will have happened a long time ago. However, if you are on the top 2 tiers channel membership, you'll see this video pretty much around the day that it's made, so Festival Exception will be in the future. It's about exciting, an incentive for you to you know, perhaps join the channel as a member on those 2 top tiers, because you get to see, well, exclusive previews like this. You don't have to wait weeks and weeks for them to come out. Right, let's get out of here. Whoa. Since Mr. Coleman has serviced this car, which happened kind of back in May, this little thing is shifting. It's really sort of loosened up, and 0 to 60 time of over 10 seconds doesn't really actually feel that accurate. It feels an awful lot quicker than that. And apparently when he did the emissions test with, actually his uncle did that, because his uncle did the MOT. When his uncle did the emissions test, the engine's running really cleanly, which for a 32-year-old Renault engine, maybe they're not that bad. Actually, Renault F-Type engine this car's got, which also went into a lot of other Volvos and Renaults, is actually a pretty robust engine. If you look after them, they do tend to be okay. Obviously it depends on various things, but this one's alright. Anyway, that's enough about that. You don't want to hear me rattling on about the past. How about we think about the future? So here we are, viewers. This is a car. I'm not going to show you the registration number because it's currently on a private plate, which I don't want to show. It will be on a different plate, hopefully the original one, when it's all sort of up together. I'm also going to be careful not to show where we are exactly, the house number of things. but this is a Volvo S40. It's come through the local branch of the Volvo Owners Club, which I'm a member, and gentleman who owns it said it was a sale, and I said, can I buy it? And he said, come and have a drive. So I did. One thing about this car straight away that I like, apart from the exterior colour, which is really nice, is the interior colour. Now, I'm told this isn't a beige leather interior. It might look it actually on camera. I'm told it's a cream one. So we can't get the most excited about that, but we can get quite excited because it has wood and electric seats and heated seats and cruise control and all kinds of other things. The price I've been offered this for is really reasonable for one of these, actually. So it's a 2006, it's the SE model, but it's an SE with some options. The mileage is about 104,000, but as I'm going to be using this car, some of the Volvo shows I'll take it to, because it has won awards at those. But I also will be just using it on a daily basis. You see we've got actually a Bluetooth kit in now. I don't know if it actually works. I'll have to see if it actually works. That'd be quite handy for using you know, the phone and stuff through there. So I want to put an aftermarket Bluetooth kit in it. The CD player in the car doesn't work properly. That's one thing I have been advised, and also the air conditioning needs sorted out. It's not just a regas, it needs some parts, and so we're going to have a look at that, but that's okay. Car's had the cam belt done. It was done in 2020, so that's fine. It's been very, very well looked after. I've seen the service history. It is really good. Sort of all in there. Door pockets are absolutely tiny though. They are minuscule. I don't know why. But you do get the storage sort of behind this area here, because this is one of the sort of features of this car when it was new, was it had the floating center console like this. And of course, because I like wood, it's done as with wood trim. It's brilliant. So this is the automatic. It's a 2.4 litre engine, 2.4 white block. We might have a look at that in a second. But yeah, normal handbrake, which is great. Sends a little cubby in there, locking wheel nuts, everything in there. And yeah, it does have climate control if that actually was sort of working. There's the cruise control. These stalks feel very similar to a P2 V70 to me. And then we've got a tiny light switch there, which is rather nice. So the current owner has tinted these back windows. That's not actually standard, because he has his children in the back of here. So we've got rear armrest in the leather. There's not huge amounts of room in the back of here, but it's better than my 45 V6. That's what counts, really. The platform underneath here is the same as the Mark II Ford Focus, although it's actually a bit longer than one of those. And Volvo at this time did various cars on the platform. I think they did 4 cars in total based on this platform, which is interesting, and the Mazdas were as well. But you've got some nice alloy wheels, and then again, if you look at the back, I'd be careful not to show the plate, but we just kind of go very slowly there. It's the 2.4 white block, which yeah, is a lot more reliable than the turbo version, as we found out earlier this year. So that's the plate that it's actually going to be on there, his original plate as far as we know. 12-volt socket is in there. The boot goes back a really long way. The aperture's not the biggest, but I think I can cope with that actually. And I'm pleased we've got parking sensors on the back, because actually the rear window's not the biggest on this car. But yeah, it's pretty good. I'm very happy. So this is the famous Volvo white block engine. It's a much later version of it than the one that I had in my C70. This is a 2.4 version with 167 horsepower. It's not got a turbo, but I'm very happy about that, to be honest with you. After the last experience I had with T5, they tend to be the worst reliability of the white block family, actually, the T5s. So we've had a new map sensor, we've had a new coolant reservoir, new battery. It's all in the history as well. It's all been very well looked after, this car, and it looks relatively easy to do stuff. As Mr. Coleman will be under here. He's got some things to do, principally actually the aircon and the service, and that's about it really. There's not that much to do. It's been in daily use for some time, and it will continue to be so. Okay, I think that's sort of it. If I could just put this down here without showing plate, there we go. Wonderful. Lloyd Vehicle Consulting stickers, t-shirts and mugs are available by clicking the link to the Google form in the video description below. Well viewers, there we are. money has been handed over. The current owner's just got to get his private plate off that. He'll be doing the paperwork, I think, on the internet to do that tonight, and then at some point in the next 10 days I'll be picking up the car, because I can't really pick it up until the V5 with the correct number plate turns up with him, and then I can send off a new one and tax it and all kinds of exciting things like that. So there we are, that's what we will be having in the future. In the meantime, I've got this, and tonight is the first show that I'm taking it to locally where it'll be advertised, and that is it really for today. Obviously there'll be more developments in the future. Thank you ever so much indeed once again for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, leave a comment below, and we shall see you again soon for more underhand dealings.